Highfalutin design degree from college, Minneapolis College of Art and Design. Then Los Angeles for 2 years, not good. Back to Oregon, I've been there 13 years, it's been great. Making logos, posters, field notes, kind of whatever. This is sort of my general tall tales from a large man lecture, but really it's about getting away with a little life in design and some of the weird jobs I've had, because it's not always about making the cash. Sometimes the jobs that made me no money still feel the best. And what does that mean to any of us, you know? Because interesting enough, some of those jobs that made no money, those are the things that people see and then I get hired for the real money for. So I've tricked graphic design into hiring me. That's just weird. Because when you don't know what you have, and no one's telling you you're good or you're bad or, well, ugly or whatever it is, you don't know. And you just invent as you go, you know? So now to come and try to articulate it with articulate people, it's weird. You know, it's just surreal. And some of these are like big names, but, you know, I've been able to get away with a great life. And it's really just talking about the folly of that. Saving money, paying off my house, doing work for no money, doing work for big, big jobs, doing work for some movie stars, doing work for the president. I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm from the Midwest. And as a youngster at 19 years old, got out of there after getting a tiny little associate's degree, went out west with my buddies to be a snowboarder. While other people went to college, we went to go ride around the West, right? So for 5 years I did that, lived like an animal, was painting and drawing, started going to Alaska to get my first computer. I was 96. Got my computer from washing dishes, and then went back to Oregon, worked a couple winters, went back to Minneapolis, got a big highfalutin design degree from college, Minneapolis College of Art and Design. Then Los Angeles for 2 years, not good. Back to Oregon, I've been there 13 years, it's been great. Making logos, posters, field notes, kind of whatever. This is sort of my general tall tales from a large man lecture, but really it's about getting away with a little life in design and some of the weird jobs I've had, because it's not always about making the cash. Sometimes the jobs that made me no money still feel the best. And what does that mean to any of us, you know? Because interesting enough, some of those jobs that made no money, those are the things that people see and then I get hired for the real money for. So I've tricked graphic design into hiring me. That's just weird. Because when you don't know what you have, and no one's telling you you're good or you're bad or, well, ugly or whatever it is, you don't know. And you just invent as you go, you know? So now to come and try to articulate it with articulate people, it's weird. You know, it's just surreal. And some of these are like big names, but, you know, I've been able to get away with a great life. And it's really just talking about the folly of that. saving money, paying off my house, doing work for no money, doing work for big jobs, doing work for some movie stars, doing work for the president. I'm not supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. And if that never happened, I'd still be happy making design with my friends. And that's what I talk about. So it kind of ping pongs back and forth between he got to do what? And then like, he did what, you know? Because some of the guys, and you can leave it in here, it's just boring. I mean, of course they do good work. That's how you get paid. But what part of it sucked? Or what part of it did you love? Or what part was scary? Everyone's polished. So I bring a little bit of unpolished to it. Can't you just ask me what the capital like North Dakota is or something? Bismarck. Shit. Yes. Is it crucial to humanity? No. You know, water, clothing, shelter, that's the stuff my mind thinks about. But when a family is emigrating and they fill the paperwork out, that is graphic design. And if designers can think that through and make that smarter, that's where design helps real people. Someone getting their license plate, they fill out the paperwork, that's graphic design. So I'm really interested in that kind of stuff. Yes, it's crucial because you're going to make the little things in our lives better, you know. I just got I got a parking ticket. It was beautifully designed. But I knew how to pay it, when to pay it, how to pay, you know what I mean? So yes, it is, but a lot of it is cake decoration. And I understand that. I'm lucky to be a part of that. So I know my place, you know. I understand that we are really lucky to have these jobs, to get away with it, to do this work, you know. So, yeah. Well, I think that you better get a grasp of it, because if you don't do it, understand how to hang with those people and talk their language, because, you know, they're going to inherit the earth, you know. Everything is being coded. Everything is an app. Everything is on a phone. But it's like those things still can be coded beautifully, but they need a little bit of sprinkle of design so it feels good in your hand, or it feels good when you look at it, or it feels good when you play with it. Going junking all over the nation, you know, functional things like a pair of blue jeans that are like 501s, just the simple ones. That to me is beautiful because it's worked for 75 years or 100 years, you know. So those things that still work today, that's impressive to me, you know. But really, I love going into like dead places, junk drawers and estate sales and antique malls, and going junking and finding dead stuff and making new life out of it. It might just be color, type, design, whatever, but I can find such great beauty in one afternoon of dead stuff. It's really interesting to me, you know. So I kind of know how to look and then how to collect it, you know. I make notes and draw, you know. That's how I was trained. So when I see something cool, I take a photo, I write down where I can find it, you know. Well, from when we get going, I'm really, really quick to like just make them get excited about the job, to show them other success I've had, to say, hey, look what this could be. Your restaurant could be this, this, and this. Your brand, your record could feel this good in your hand. And they feel another record and they say, yeah, that's one little thing I already know out of the way. They want it uncoded. Or, you know, look how loud or how soft these things are. So I just get them excited to know that it's not just me making the decisions, they're guiding me. I like the idea of like them being surprised by what I make them. And that's not a battle. That's not an adversarial relationship. It's like, if I say it's going to be there on Friday, I try to hit Thursday afternoon just to kind of say, I couldn't take it. I wanted you to see this. Go. You know, to like get them excited. That's fun. It's not this thing that they have to be like, why? You know, to me, it's more like, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in this, like stealing old logos off of fire extinguishers from 1975. I know larceny's not a cool thing to be promoting on your video, but when I see a lot of that stuff, it just falls, sometimes, sadly, it falls into fashion. But provocative, I really liked Hillary's logo. Yeah, I'm sick of these old dudes fucking the country up. Sorry about the language, but I'm ready for a woman to be president. I see so much, it makes me crazy, you know? So it's hard to list it. It's more like, I like the consistency of Dan Casaro. I like the lines of Dan Christofferson. These are buddies, and I keep talking about them, but that's who I'm blown away by, you know? I mean, I get to meet Michael Beirut while we're here, and that's cool, because I hear he's a nice guy, on top of being a fucking great designer, you know? I've seen some great designers who are provocative and interesting and vanity shots, and they just weren't all that cool when you met them, so whatever. I like the people who are nice.
Alright, good evening everyone. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, maybe we should wait for others to join so that the message can be passed across fully.
Yeah. Good as well. And when put the tea about.
Did you hear you?
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening everyone. How's everyone doing? Okay. So for I would like to talk on what creators and creative are about. Okay. came together, yeah, to ensure other designers and creatives are linked up. So it's aim at building a community to create a network where individuals, creatives can share ideas, work as a team, and relate together, especially when it comes to business of design. So the purpose of this webinar is to organize and impart knowledge, practical one, in some creative fields such as graphic design, motion graphics, UI UX, business of design, web design also, and some extent cinematography. Okay, and before we go to the business of today, I would like to introduce other instructors to us so that we can know well the full package that we have for us in the course of this program. Okay, so for graphic design, that's me. I'll be the one handling that, and my name is Dalawe Fiolua. Okay, then for motion graphics, that's Oluwasanmi Ayodeji, named called Deji Z. Then UI UX, that's Francis Prudence. Instagram name is Prudence Studio Design Studio. Then for business of design, that's Osaro Keshington, and goes by the name Creative Mind. Then for cinematography, we have Ajiboye Ebenezer, goes by the name S Vision on Instagram. Then web development, that's Aremu Oluwagbamila, go by the name Aremu Smoke. Okay, having done that, I would like to use a slide to talk about the business of today, which is the pilot of design. Network Nigeria is very is very that's cool. I'm looking for a way to enlarge it more for us to see. Okay, perfect. Alright, the pilot of design. So today we're looking at what are the things that drives a design. What are the things that push designs into the hearts of people, and how people visualize our designs. What are the things that bet designs out of a creative mind? Okay, so slide one. What are the pilots of design? Number one, concept. or idea, then story, then audience. Concept. I believe concepts originated from the mind. Okay, a mind is like a platform where ideas of all designs are being bettered. So it's of importance to study the dynamics of the mind. I could imagine if the state of the mind of someone that is maybe not feeling well, that state will always affect the kind of design that the person will bring out. Okay, if a person is brought up maybe in an environment that is full of crowd, full of hostile, if let's say the person is into drawing, the kind of design that will come out of the mind of that person will surely be something that is full of hostility. Okay, if you grow up in an environment where they embrace nature, you see that the ideas that flows from your mind will be mostly channeled to nature. If you grow up in an area where business is being embraced, you see that things that builds up in your mind, creative wise, will be channeled to business, finances, and all stuff like that. So it is of necessity for us to find a way of training our mind, to find a way of calming down our mind. Most designers, at times when we sit down to, maybe for example, get a logo done, we tend not to be in a relaxed and settled state to do the work. And how can most of these things be corrected is by first of all knowing how our minds works and how we can channel it into creativity, how we can make it more perfect as thoughts flows through the mind. Which kind of thoughts flows through the mind? All these things are necessary for us to come to a conclusion of how our design is going to be. And when other minds are reading what our mind has drawn out, yes, they tend to reason alongside what we are done. Okay. So how do we arrive at a good or productive and effective idea? When I'm talking about idea, I mean concept behind every designs. Like you want to design a logo for maybe UBA. Yes, you may go out and look for different logos of bank, but nevertheless, this thing, your mind still have effects on what the outcome of the logo will be. You can go out even on Google, search for how to even design, but nevertheless, your state of mind still have an impact in that section of design. So I've highlighted out few points of things that can make our ideas to be effective and productive as touching the mind. Okay, so environment, number one. I think as a designer is of good benefit for us to go out and oh sorry, a lot of people are trying to join. Admit. Okay. So I believe the way we relate with our environment to also affect our concepts and ideas. How we interact with everything that we design, everything that we put down, and even present our environments affect it. Okay, if you are maybe Yoruba now, I believe with your environment and maybe restrictions to the West alone affects how you reasons and your level of exposure. So it's of benefit for us to move around our vicinities, environments. Maybe you are in Lagos, you can take a trip to Anambra, you can take a trip to Jigawa, you can take a trip to very far places just to learn their culture, learn how they behave, how they handle business, how they live naturally, and how they tend to relate. All these things have effects on how we think and conceptualize ideas. Okay, I want to make sure everybody is hearing me. Wow. Okay, but not clearly. Okay. Okay, I believe you can all hear me now. Hello? Okay. Somebody responds clearly. So, I was saying the way our environment affect our ideas and concepts to matters. And I made mention of, for example, if you grew up in the West, let's say, for example, let's even use maybe Lagos or Ogun State. the the way the environment, and when I mean the environment, I'm talking about maybe the lifestyle of the people, the how they relate to each other, their culture, business, and some other things, how they affect them, uh, has effect on ideas and concepts. Okay, so I'm saying for us to be more vibrant with our environment and how we can gain from the environment when it comes to ideas and concepts is to not be restricted or tamed in one particular location, but at times to move out of that cocoon or the environment to other places, like maybe Anambra, like I said, Jigawa, the south, the north, to gain more understanding about their culture, how they live, how they to interact with businesses. All these things affect our ideas and how we relate with clients, and also how we can relate with other designers that are not within our area. So let me go back to the slide. I don't know, maybe it's network. Okay. So what you see and feel also have an effect on our ideas and concepts. Okay, if you're a person that likes watching maybe ball and the passion from it, how ball moves maybe fast, it tends to affect your ideas too, on how you think and how thoughts flows through you. Okay, then emotional wise, the way we feel, if people or a designer usually feels hot and not in the state of happiness, the way all these things affect our comfortability in designing and bringing out a good concept out of it. So we must engage in things that make us happy, like our hobby. Maybe if it is playing ball, if it is joking, if it is traveling. Like I have a friend, creative mind, he likes traveling just to for fun, just to see the way people live, get more exposed, stuff like that. So all these things have effects on our ideas and the way we reason and the way we also digest whatever the client give us, all those theories, to bring it to light. You get. So the third thing is mental development. Yes, there are designers, there are creative minds, there are creatives all over the world. There are many that are ahead of us in in the creative world, that they've explored a lot more than us, and all these people relate to us on books, audio tapes, YouTube. So it's of benefit for us to start reading the things that these people have done, they've achieved, their experience. We should learn from them, and not thinking we can learn everything on maybe YouTube and our colleagues alone. There are books on branding, there are books on color, a lot of things. I think most of us went to school, and for each course there are textbooks in that area. I believe for a graphic designer to achieve more in life, we need to really take this as a job and be ready to pay a lot of sacrifices, such as you finding a book and read about creativity. Okay, so let me move to the next slide. So it takes a good idea to arrive at an effective and productive design. So yeah, story. An idea with a story backup makes people to remember the idea behind the story. I don't know if you get that. An idea with a story backup makes people to remember the idea behind the story. Okay, for example, let's say you are branding for Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola good. Okay, let's say Coca-Cola. The story a designer tells about the brand, and maybe the logo, the packaging of the package designs of the product enables people to connect easily with the idea behind the brand. Even merely talking about maybe something similar to it, maybe let's say I'm just describing a bottle with a black drink inside it and a red label, most people will be thinking of Coca-Cola at first. So it's the story, how we tell story also matters about a particular product or designs. So the more story we can tell also depends on how solid our ideas are. So, and our ideas, we said, were better from environment, things we feel and see, then mental development, how we develop ourselves to learn more in that area. Okay, I don't like to take our time. What are the main area of focus when ascribing story to an idea? Like I made mention of earlier, culture, history, civilization, economy, business, and others like fashion, lifestyle, and other things. So when telling a story about maybe you are doing something for a state, let's say which state can I pick like that? Maybe Akure or Ondo. Okay, sorry, Ondo State. Yeah, despite that they are in the West, their culture is different. So a graphic designer or a designer or a creative goes into the roots of their culture, maybe dig more into their history, civilization, economy, and maybe business, and use that to come up with a story. He already has an idea, then he used all these factors to tell a story. So whenever maybe anybody in the state or outside the state sees that story, they will be able to link it to that state. Okay, so a good story of an idea gives concurrent contact of reference about the scope of the idea. Okay. Okay. The last one, audience. So the idea behind audience are, let me say, the final end people that sees our designs or products, and also including our clients. So a good story is well received by the audience and then distributed to the masses. Okay, what does that implies? It implies that to give a good presentation to maybe our clients or the masses, we need a solid idea backed up with a good story. So without a good idea and a good story, there is no how a product or a design can reach a large mass of people. So we have some products that are majorly maybe specific to some class of people, then broad to that's maybe to the globe or to a large mass of people. There are some products or designs that are designed. Okay, let's say maybe photography now, like the light strobe. They are basically for photographers, and there are broad designs like phones for everybody in the world. So the way stories about designs or any creative products are done must be in form of what the audience can easily relate with, and when the stories are good, they find it more easy to relate with the idea. Okay, then without audience, the essence of an idea and its story won't be seen by the masses. Okay, let's say for example you have a good product and you have a good idea and a good story backing it up, but there are no audience. I'm just trying to tell us the value of maybe the people that sees our works and they like them, a client that give us kudos about our work or a project they have given us. So without them giving us all this feedback, we won't going to want to like continue like that, despite that we have passion for design. But without audience, people ascribing value to our work, then what's not the purpose of design? So they also play a major role in civilizations of ideas. All right, thank you. So I would like us to talk based on things we feel can affect our ideas more. How can we interact more as a creative with the mass? Oh boy, the network is bad. Wow. Okay, so we've come to the end of the presentation. I would like us to have a discussion on how we can improve on our ideas and concepts as creatives. Okay. Somebody said I should create a group to add everybody. Or okay, there is already a group, creators and creation. Maybe I will try and forward the link for everybody to join. Wow. Okay, I can see. I think some of us are having challenges of network. I can see someone say it's raining and network is really bad. Another person concur to it. Okay. I think we should all put our Google Meet on, enable the audio. Most of us have mute our phone. That's why I couldn't hear you. Like Busola Adeshino, kindly put your unmute your phone. Emmanuel Lanry, unmute your phone. Nice. I can hear you now. So let's remove our
It will
phone
cause a
from
lot
mute
of
so that
distraction.
we can hear each other. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Please,
Okay.
can you send me the group link, WhatsApp group link, so I
O-
can join the group?
Okay, I will push that to us on what on after the program.
Okay. Thank you very
Hope you
much.
saw
But
the
sorry,
invitation link for the online meeting.
I'm thinking my battery is low now. Can I just get the link maybe after the class? I don't know how to reach you.
Okay. Let me drop my WhatsApp number
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
so that okay.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
I can hear
Hello, sir.
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Yeah. So you drop. How are you able to? Were you able to know that we are the one when we chatted on WhatsApp?
Okay, I will know now. Once you identify yourself, I will know.
Okay, no problem, sir. Thank you.
Alright. Okay. I'm sorry we are not able to pass full message across. I think some are having issues with the network, and most people Google Meet is on mute. Okay. Busola Adeshino, can you hear me?
Yes,
I can hear you too. Your phone
yes, I
has been
can.
muted since.
Yes, I just unmuted it.
Okay. How was the class?
It was fine, though I joined quite late, but I got some things done. But I think that the idea of we going on the WhatsApp platform, I think is very okay because of network issues.
Okay, 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 okay. No problem. I think we do justice to that. Okay. I've sent my WhatsApp number in case you want to join. There is a group already, creators and creation on WhatsApp. And so in case you want to join, you can just message me.
Okay, do that.
All right. All right. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all for today. I believe the coming sessions will be more pleasing than these and more impacting. So don't let us be discouraged about the network and maybe us trying to study the or know the interface of Google Meet. I know most people are not familiar with it, but as time goes on, I'm sure we'll know more about it.
Because
So more sessions will be coming, and it will be every Saturday. So next week Saturday, another person will be holding an online class with us. So kindly let's please avail ourselves.
All right, sir.
is it the same time?
Yeah,
Okay.
at same time, 5 p.m. every Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And some people are even now joining when the class has ended. But no, I will try to drop the group link now. Let me
You
see.
join us on the WhatsApp platform.
You said?
They will join us on the WhatsApp. Okay, someone's talking.
I've sent the group link now on WhatsApp. So I think someone should see that. Uh, okay, Mr. Akin today, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. For further informations and to link everybody together, kindly please join the WhatsApp platform so that we can engage with each other the more. I think the network is not really good and encouraging. So without taking much of our time, I would say thank you for joining, for even just the time, the sacrifice to join. I truly appreciate. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. On the platform, we'll be talking more and sharing more of resources that will help us in our line of field of creatives. So once again, I say thank you all. Busola Deshino, thank you. Yinusa Akintude, thank you.
Thank God.
Emmanuel Henry, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you all. I appreciate you all. Okay, I'll be saying goodbye. Stay tuned for other sessions to come. And
Bye.
let's meet on WhatsApp too on the group to talk more. Oh,
Alright, sir.
Emmanuel Henry. Okay, he's online back. Alright. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.